What's going on YouTube? Now I'm going to start this video off by saying that this video might not be for beginners, only because you guys might not understand some of the concepts that I'm going to be going over. You guys might not know how to put certain routes out on the field, but I'm going to do my best to go in depth, so everyone can utilize this playbook. So I'm going to start off by going over the playbook. It is the Las Vegas Raiders playbook. It is currently February 4th. I switched to this playbook. It's Thursday, February 4th. I switched to this playbook this past Friday. So, and then I went 18 and 7 on a weekend league with it. So, switched to it on Friday, ran it for 3 days for the weekend league, and I ended up going 18 and 7. Now, I'm gonna go over some of the things that I struggled with and how I was able to beat it. Later on in this video in the actual playbook portion of it. So, but going 18 and 7 was pretty much how I was able to get these two linemen and my the last piece for my Darren Waller. I had like 100k coins and some trophies, and then the 18 weekend league wins just put me over the top, being able to upgrade these three cards right here. So let me go over the abilities. You're gonna want Hot Route Master and Gunslinger, and then two route techs. The two route techs is really important. So as long as you're able to put certain routes out on the field. So if you want to use two slot apprentices, so you'll be able to use two route techs and two slot apprentices. I still recommend Hot Route Master though, but as long as you guys are able to get certain routes out on the field, you guys will be fine. Now, one of the things I struggled with was as I got 14-15 wins on weekend league, my opponents were obviously a lot better, and I was facing this guy who was subbing in his safeties at linebacker and coming out in 3-3-5 normal, and then audibling down to 3-3-5 wide, and then he had four one-step aheads out there. So he was able to send really crazy heat out of 3-3-5 wide, along with having four one-step ahead. So that defense was really tough to play against, and I really struggled against it for like 3 plays. And then I was able to burn it using certain routes that I'm going to go over. Now I think that might be it. So with all that said, let's get right into the playbook portion of this video. Alright guys, so the formation we're going to be looking at today is going to be trips tight end. Now the only thing you're really going to want to do is sub out your main running back for your backup running back, and then put in your main running back out wide to the left. And then right here in this first slot position, you're going to want your speedy running back. Your speedy wide receiver. So in my case, it's going to be Randy Moss with route tech. And then your other route tech, you're going to want right here in the slot. Now, why this personnel? Well, if you look at this personnel, it's the exact same as we have in Strong Close. Jerry Rice, Darren Waller, Randy Moss, Kamara, and Marcel Reese. So you're going to have that option to audible down if your opponent's defense is pass heavy, and you can just audible down and run the ball. But nonetheless, your audibles for trips tight end is just gonna be PA post shot or PA shot post, and then for the memes you're gonna want to put in halfback screen. So let's come out in PA shot post. Now the way you're gonna want to set it up is put Darren Waller on a delay fade, Randy Moss on a deep crosser, your other slot cornerback on a slant, and then Alvin Kamara either on a drag or a slant. In this case, we'll just put him on a smoke screen, and we're gonna roll out and look for Moss. So we're gonna roll out. We're on the 4-yard line. So if you pass lead up, we caught it at about right here. So if you run out of bounds right here, we're at the 39-yard line. So even if your opponent has a 30-yard mid zone right there, like a 30-yard flat or a 30-yard purple, is going to be able to get over top of that. So after your opponent sees that play, he's going to do one of two things. Either he's going to put a deep half out, a 30-yard flat, 30-yard purple, a deep half out there, something to stop it, or he's going to go user that himself, which is why you want that drag and that delay fade. So we'll snap it, roll out, we'll pretend circle's covered, and if you guys remember, we could just release Waller, for an easy 10, 15, 20-yard gain. For the most part, for me, it's like 15 to 20 yards because he's in there blocking, and no one's he's unaccounted for pretty much. So it's always a big gain whenever I'm able to release Waller into the middle of the field. So we'll just say at this point he finds a way to cover the slant, the post, and he comes off his user to come back and cover Waller off that delay fade. So we'll say circles covered, triangles covered. He comes back to cover Waller. You'll just take off at that point, right? So now he has to worry about the crosser, the slant, the delay fade, and now you rolling out. So say he just gets mad, and so he ends up using this right side corner, and he user blitzes you with this corner right here. So now you can't roll out. So what I do at that point is set everything up the exact same, and act as if I'm rolling out. And since he's blitzing from that right side, my Texas route for my running back is going to be wide open. So I'll roll out and then just dump it off right here, because his user is not in the middle of the field. And for the most part, all his guys will be trying to cover the flats and the corner route and the smoke screen. So it's just gonna be really difficult to stop every single thing out of this formation. And if he starts to commit, towards all the underneath stuff, towards you rolling out, towards the Texas route, uh, towards all that stuff, remember to keep looking for that deep crosser, because he's gonna eventually come down and play the tight end. He's gonna come down and play you blitzing, or I mean you rolling out running. He's gonna come down and play the Texas route. So remember, there's no zone drop deep enough that could stop that corner route. So that's going to be really difficult to stop. And as I mentioned earlier, for the memes, you're going to want to utilize halfback screen, because, as I was running weekend league, as I got like 14, 15 wins, my opponents obviously got a lot better. And when you're running such a hard offense to stop, and you hit them with the halfback screen, it's the last thing that they ever expect. So I just like to throw it out there, just because I also want him to worry about, like, damn, is he gonna do a screen? Is he gonna roll out? Is he gonna do the corner route, the slant, the fade, the Texas route? And now he's got to worry about screens. So now now we'll just say he's coming out like in a really pass heavy formation. He's has 8 DBs and only 3 down linemen, is why I like coming out. I didn't set my audibles for strong close, but let me go show you guys that really quick. So you're only gonna want 3 audibles. I mean, you guys could use more if you guys want. Personally, I only use 3. The only plays I'll run, instead of halfback zone weak, I'll change that to halfback dive. Instead of double post, I'll use PA deep, which is right here. And then instead of PA deep cross, I'll use the quick toss. So we'll come out in trips tight end, and then we'll audible down to strong close. I picked the wrong play, but we'll just go halfback dive. So say like he's in a pass heavy set, you just audible to halfback dive, and then you literally just run up the middle, because he only has 3 down linemen. So I'll also utilize that, because he's gonna start to commit more towards pass coverage, because you're burning him in every single way. So and keep him honest too. Don't just run the ball out of strong close. You have PA deep in there for a reason. So we'll come out in PA deep. I personally run it to the other side. I'm not gonna have enough time to switch it, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. Normally, I'll just set it up my fullback on a Texas route, my running back on a flat, and then I'll motion out Jerry Rice. I'm not gonna have enough time to snap it, but that's how I'll set it up. But we'll just assume I audible down from trips tight end to strong close, and then I'll just come out in the way I normally, or to the side I normally run strong close, which is to the right side. So my audibles will be like that, 2 crossers. I'll leave square on its stock route. I'll put my running back on a flat route, and then I'll Texas route my fullback, and then I'll smoke screen, or I'll delay fade my tight end. Just in case nothing gets open. So then I'll motion over Randy Moss as he gets to that slot position. I'll snap the ball, look for him over top, and obviously you guys have all seen strong close. But just you guys are gonna want to throw the ball out of strong close, so you guys can set up the run, because once you motion over your receiver, he's gonna be going to cover that manually. So for example, I might it might be a little confusing, but you know, say you're just running halfback dive. You want to give him the illusion that you're still passing the ball, so still motion over Jerry Rice as if you're passing, and then just run halfback dive. And then it's gonna be the same thing with strong toss. You're gonna want to make everything look the exact same. So, for example, we'll just say let's go ahead and trips tight end. So we'll do this trips tight end. We're gonna audible down, strong close, quick toss. And now he thinks you're running, you know, halfback dive or PA post shot. You're gonna make it look like PA deep. Motion over Jerry. Oh my goodness. You're gonna motion over Jerry Rice. He's gonna either follow him to the left, and you just hit him with the toss to the right. So, you know, just a really versatile offense. You're able to utilize so many plays with the same personnel, and you're gonna be able to keep your opponent off balance for the whole game. So, alright guys, so the last play we're going to be looking at is how to beat one step ahead. So we're going to come out in trips tight end as we have been the whole game. And Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, we're going to put them both on stop and go routes. And Alvin Kamara over on the left side, we're going to put him on a smoke screen. And we're going to motion over Randy Moss over to the right side. Now we're assuming it's going to be man-to-man with all-out pressure. So you could keep the play action or take it off. In this case, I'm just going to take it off. And we'll take a look at how the route works. So man-to-man, pass lead up, pass lead inside, whatever you want. So I'll take a timeout right here, and then we'll go over to the instant replay, and we'll see how this play works. So we'll pause the game. Instant replay. So we'll take a look first over on the right side with Randy Moss. So he's manned up with one step ahead. Randy Moss is going to run up the field. On this first cut, Richard Sherman is going to light up, and he's going to, you know, play this cut really, really quick. And then Randy Moss is going to cut up the field once again, and he's going to leave Sherman toasted because he's going to play this first cut really quick. You're going to cut one more time, and he's going to be dusted. At this point, you know, you could pass lead inside, pass lead outside, pass lead up, and he has no help. Now, for the most part, this safety right here, we're lined up on the 10-yard line right here. So if he's playing on the 30-yard purple, he's going to be over towards his 40 because the 30-yard purple would be playing from 30 yards from the line of scrimmage. So, you know, this safety right here, since you're running that deep crosser, you've been running that deep crosser all game. This safety right here should theoretically be in a purple all the way back here on this 40 trying to stop that corner route. But if we take a look at Randy Moss, he's going to cut up. His first break is like at 13, 14 yards. You pass lead up. This cornerback right here is already going to be on this side of the field playing this corner route. So we were able to pass lead inside or pass lead up. And this cornerback is still, you know, all the way, or this safety is going to be way back here on the purple. And this cornerback is what got dusted, you know, 25 yards ago. So, you know, this just destroys one step ahead. You do need certain routes. And it's the exact same thing over here with Jerry Rice. So he's going to run his route. He's actually manned up with the safety. So, you know, even if this safety right here, if this corner blitzes or if he's manned up and this safety is, you know, playing, you know, on this 40-yard, you know, purple, this cornerback right here is manned up with Kamara. So, you know, we'll just assume that, you know, I mean, he's manned up anyway, so it's going to be the exact same thing. He's manned up. This first cut, one step ahead, he's going to light up. We're going to cut once again. This cornerback has his hip turned, so we're going to be able to dust him really, really quick. It's going to be the exact same thing. Safety should be right here playing on this 40-yard line. We could just pass lead up, pass lead inside, pass lead outside over here. And, you know, but either way, we're able to, you know, burn him on both sides. He has to pick his poison because he can't cover two. The only way he's able to cover two is if he has two deep safeties. At that point, he has no purples. So, you know, it's pretty much a game of pick your poison. Are you gonna give up the touchdown? Or are you gonna give up the deep shot? And, you know, say he does have two deep halves out there with the safeties, which, you know, normally no one ever does. What you could also do is put your running back on a Texas route, slant Alvin Kamara, and then put Waller on a delay fade. So now he really has to pick his poison because he's now not going to be able to stop, you know, all 5 routes. So, you know, as you see the slant, well, I mean, Rich kind of completely missed that throw, but you guys get it. You guys see how the play works. Anyways, that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this video helps you guys out, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Yeah, cause I got it like that. Flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me? Like I'm with